Edward Snowden is homesick. The man seen either as a hero against an intrusive government or one of the greatest traitors of all time may soon put his feet back on American soil. Gee, imagine how this will sit with a certain facet of America. And let's put our feet alongside the MidPoint water cooler for this much more. Welcome back, radio talker ruling the airwaves on 570 KLIF in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, former Republican candidate for Congress and the defender of liberty, Grant Stinchfield joins us. Good to see you again, Grant.
It's great to be back with you.
Let's go ahead and just start right there, why not, before we get to everything else. Edward Snowden, apparently his lawyers are talking to the United States about the possibility of him coming home to America. What do you think about letting him back on this soil?
I say bring him back and put him to trial. He says he's concerned about getting a fair trial here. I'd be scared to death if I was Edward Snowden about coming back on U.S. soil. I know there's a bunch of idiots out there that think this guy is a hero. Anybody that supported Ron Paul probably loves Edward Snowden, which just goes to show you what kind of idiots they are. So I say bring him back, put him up for a trial. This guy is one of the biggest traitors that America has ever seen. He's a criminal, and he conducted crimes against the United States. I say let's put him in a courtroom.
But that's the biggest thing I think that a lot of people are already hearing, and this is what I'm hearing today, is that people say, sure, bring him back, but the United States in no way should let this guy come back unless he faces trial. There's no deals, no cutting anything. You come in, it's a full-blown trial, or else stay away, right?
Yeah, and in fact, you know, I'm a little extreme about things. I'd send troops over there to go pull him out of prison in Russia and yank him by the back of his neck and pull him back to the United States to put him up for trial. So no deal whatsoever. This guy does not deserve any deals. He does not deserve to live, you know, in West Palm Beach by the beach drinking martinis. That is out of the question. He ought to be in a prison, and we're happy to take him here in Texas. We got a nice one in Huntsville he can sit in.
No, it's no problem. I have friends of mine who are on the beaches in Florida. Don't worry about it. He wouldn't last long at all there. They'd find him very quickly. Benjamin Netanyahu talks to Congress yesterday. The Democrats are just assailing away at him right now. Some of the things that we have heard, and as a matter of fact, in telling it like it is after the break, I'm going to talk about Nancy Pelosi. But I wanted to get your take on this and some of the reaction to his speech.
You know, it actually made me sad yesterday, Ed. I sat in my car before going into my accountant's office listening to Benjamin Netanyahu's speech, and I left thinking, man, this guy gave one heck of a speech. He was presidential. I mean, this is the kind of guy we need as president of the United States. And I'm thinking, what a speech, how he laid out the case against Iran and how dangerous Iran is. And then I come back down an hour later, and I get in the car, and I'm listening to the Democrats absolutely eviscerate Benjamin Netanyahu when I thought he was nothing but sincere. He was smart about things. He backed his case up with facts. And it just goes to show you how far apart we are as Republicans and Democrats on issues that we can't even see the difference between night and day. And it actually made me sad because I thought Benjamin Netanyahu did a great job, and he did not deserve the harsh comments that he got from the Democrats. They were out of line.
About a minute and a half left we have here, or even a little bit less. Supreme Court looking at Obamacare. What do you hope will happen from this?
Well, I hope they simply look at the law. That's what they need to do. They need to look exactly how it's written. To quote others who are fighting this case, it's not what the president wishes what was written. It's exactly what was written in the law. Exchanges must be set up by the state to get the subsidies. It doesn't get any clearer than that. And I think you heard today in oral arguments, the government attorneys kept trying to get the Supreme Court away from the plain language of the law because they know they have an uphill battle against them. I think we got a good chance of dealing a severe blow to Obamacare.
All right, 30 seconds left. Here we go. This story also came out today. The Department of Justice has decided that there is not enough evidence to file any charges against Darren Wilson, the police officer in Ferguson, Missouri, who killed Mike Brown. Your react?
Well, I'm not surprised because there was no evidence there whatsoever to charge this guy. And in fact, their report said that the physical evidence just didn't support the witness accounts. But what I find very interesting in all of this, yesterday or the day before they released these reports about Ferguson and racial bias, all that was to appease the activists in Ferguson who had no business rioting in the first place. And so the Justice Department lays over to them just to appease them because they know this was coming down about Darren Wilson and making sure that he was innocent, as he was. This guy never committed a crime. He was just trying to save his own life.
Things such as this and much more if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, 570 KLIF. If not, go to his website or go to the radio website and listen as well. Grant Stinchfield, thanks for joining us, partner.
Always great to be with you, my friend.
Take care. Telling it like it is, and one despicable elected official next.